And then is Chairman McNamara here? Yeah. Nope.
He doesn't want to testify on this bill.
Oh, he doesn't want to testify, so that's perfect. All right, so Chairman McNamara has 5110 and 5207. So 5110, I'll just bring it into play, is an act relating to taxation, sales, and use taxes, enforcement, and collections. Provide that any person who has a retail sales permit would not be required to pay a separate registration fee to make sales at flea markets, provided, however, the person would remain responsible to pay all taxes due as a result of the sales at the flea market. So it looks like we have written testimony from the Providence Flea in support of this, and then one person online. So once they buzz in, you can start talking. All right, you're on live with House Finance. Just turn the volume down in the background and you're good to go.
Thank you.
Just introduce yourself and then a brief testimony about your position on the bill.
Okay. Hello there. My name's Maria Taco.
Hello, go right ahead.
Okay. Hi. Thank you for the opportunity to testify. My name is Maria Taco, and I'm running in support of HB 5110.
Great, thank you. Is that your testimony? We love a nice, short, sweet testimony.
No. So I'm the owner and market manager of the Providence Flea, which is a year-round open market for local artisans, makers, vintage vendors, and food purveyors. And I'm writing in support of this bill because, it requires vendors who may already have a Rhode Island retail sales permit to also register for a 30-day temporary flea market vendor permit. This latter permit is a temporary permit. It's $10 required every 30 days from these vendors. And some of the vendors sell at several markets in a month and must pay a separate fee for each of them. So these fees can quickly add up for small and micro businesses, and these are the smallest businesses that are in Rhode Island. So the requirement seems punitive for flea market vendors because there is no temporary artist market vendor permit, there's no temporary farmers market vendor permit, and so not only is it onerous and a burden on these small vendors, but it also makes my market less competitive as a venue because of this extra requirement and fee. So in closing, in a state with a challenging track record of making it easy to do business, HB 5110 would be a quick win for outdoor retail in Rhode Island. I feel that the impact on small businesses is pretty great, but the impact on tax revenues, I think, would be negligent. So I'm negligible, I'm sorry. So in closing, I'm supporting this bill, and I'm hoping that you'll agree that it would be beneficial to lessen any burdens on small businesses during COVID especially.
Great, thank you for your testimony. Any questions of the witness? No questions. You're all set. Again, thank you for your testimony. And then that would conclude the hearing on 5110. Next up is the 5207. I already brought that. Oh, no, I did not bring that into play. So that is also by Chairman McNamara. An act relating to aeronautics, airports, and landing fields increases the amount of reimbursement funds required to pay by the Rhode Island Airport Corporation to the city of Warwick for municipal services. And I know we have somebody online, I believe it's Bill Fisher online, that was willing to testify. All right, Bill, you are live. Go right ahead.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, good evening. As a native son of Warwick, I take no pleasure in testifying against Chairman McNamara's bill, but I do want to bring up some points as this relates to federal law. First of all, certainly the bill is well-intentioned. We take great pride in our relationship with our host city of Warwick. Clearly, the airport is an economic driver for Warwick. But I want to remind members of the committee that by federal law, airports have to be self-sufficient, meaning the revenue that we derive from fees, landing fees, and fees from rental cars and parking and the such, are all folded back into the airport per FAA regulations. They refer to this as revenue diversion. And I would also point out, just a reminder for some of the new members of the committee, that we're not in your budget. There's no state appropriation to operate the airport, even though we're a quasi, so it's a bit of a weird situation. But again, we are self-sufficient per federal law. And so the problem with the bill, although well-intentioned, is that the FAA takes revenue leaving the airport for other areas very seriously, and other communities around the country have gotten jammed up on this and have paid significant fines. The FAA does not allow direct or indirect payments that exceed the fair and reasonable value of services. The FAA does not allow us to have revenue leave the airport for payment in lieu of taxes. And so these FAA guidelines are really the driver here, and I will stop there and happy to answer any questions, except to assure this committee and Chairman McNamara that we work very hard to support the city of Warwick in many, many, many ways. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Great. Any questions for Bill? Representative Ella Wilkinson.
Thank you for your testimony this evening, sir. Could you please tell me how many properties the RIAC has taken off the tax rolls in the city of Providence that currently lay vacant?
I'm happy to get that number for you, Representative. I'm happy to chase that down for you. It's not something I have right now at my fingertips.
Excellent. And while you're chasing that down, if you could also include what the lost tax revenue to the city is, since those properties are laid bare. Thank you.
Yep. Happy to do that.
Great. Thank you for that. Any other questions? Nope. So that would conclude the hearing on Representative Chairman McNamara's 5207. There is nobody else online looking to testify for that? Nope.